It took millions of years for Norway's fjords to form, and hundreds of thousands more for wildlife to appear. But in the 21st century, the rate of change in our lives has rocketed. We live in a world of drive, demands, and data, where businesses need to be both super and human to keep customers happy. A world where we need a responsible helping hand that can reach out to thousands of people. The answer is automated customer experience, and Boost AI makes it exceptional. We help you create bespoke virtual agents who interact with thousands of people at once and get it right every time. The process is effortless, seamless, and intuitive. They can interact in a growing number of languages, providing instant, accurate, and human responses. In a world that demands instant results, you need an AI boost. Boost AI, delivering outstanding customer experiences.
Please welcome CEO of Boost AI, Jerry Haywood.
Good morning. Good morning. Is it working? Yes, good morning. Firstly, a huge thank you to everyone being here today, especially with the weather being like it is outside. So believe me, as an Englishman that never sees the sunshine, when it's out, you really need to make use of it. And then I joined Boost, who's based in Stavanger, and there's still no sunshine there. So today I really need to be taking advantage of that opportunity. But I'm really excited about, we've got an action-packed agenda for Boost Camp 2023, and I'm really excited about some of the things that we're going to be taking you through, some of the stories our customers will be talking to you about, and some of the breakouts that many of our partners and our team will be running. But I wanted to start with a bit of a heartfelt thank you. I joined Boost about just under 6 months ago, and some things really stuck out for me over this period of 6 months. And one of those is pretty much everyone in this room. So the first thank you really goes out to our customer base. I think Boost as an organization, starting 6 years ago, wouldn't be where we are without every single person in this room. The AI trainers that wake up every morning and spend most of their working lives accelerating customer experiences for their customers. So a big thank you to every one of you that's a customer today, basing your life, your daily work on building great customer experiences for Boost. So I'm going to kick off a round of applause for that. The next round of applause is really something that probably took me by surprise the most in joining Boost 6 months ago. And it's the organizations that are building their businesses in taking the Boost proposition to other companies. And just as a representation, so please raise your hands if you work for a partner or a tech partner or an alliance partner that's taking that Boost proposition out to market. Please raise your hands. So about 1/5 of this room are organizations that are extending the Boost capability, embedding it within their platform, or taking the Boost proposition to market, not just in the Nordics, but across the world. We've even got a partner here who's taking that across the world, across the LATAM. So a big thank you to every one of our partners. And then finally, a thank you to the Boost employees who have been so welcoming to me over the last 6 months and who have helped pull together this event today. We kind of ideated this February, March time and thought, do we run a small little event in each of the regions or do we do something big in Oslo? We went big, and I'm really pleased that all of you are here and helping to make this a success. So thank you to that. Now, there's a group of individuals in the room that we haven't just thanked, and they're individuals that are thinking about making that decision of choosing Boost or on that journey of looking out there in the market. So I wanted to spend a little bit of time rewinding for the last 6 years and talking a little bit more about the Boost journey. So Boost was founded in 2016. That wasn't that long ago, and it was founded off the premise of a challenge. Can we build the world's best bot? Now, we call it virtual agents rather than bots, but our founders, and you're going to hear from them on a panel, a really exciting panel, no pressure, later on today, set about building the world's best bot. And I think the fact that we're all here in this room today And one of the main reasons I joined this organization is they really executed on that extremely well with SR Bank. And I was out for dinner last night with a number of the speakers that you're going to hear from later on today. DNB, Nordea were the next few companies that really started to take up that capability and embed it within their organizations. Move forward a number of years, and that best bot started to be taken up by a number of the largest financial organizations across the Nordics. And the results that they were achieving, or the results that you are achieving, are truly outstanding. So just in a few years, 20% of all customer conversations, irrespective of channel, were being automated by that bot. We now have organizations in this room achieving 80% automation of customer conversations, 80% of those conversations never touching a human, and still delivering extremely good customer experiences. So some phenomenal achievements created by you, empowered by Boost. And then 2020, a number of you, and this is the importance of this community and really bringing it together, challenged us, challenged the Boost organization to, we've got this amazing capability over here. How can we extend this capability across the rest of our organization? And this is where Agent Assist, Second Line, and Voice started to really come out. How do we empower our agents where it's not being answered automatically and it might still go through to a human? How do we make them more productive? How do we reduce their ramp time? How do we provide a super agent that really starts to support them more effectively? And many of you in organizations today are using that capability to enhance your own internal agent capability, as well as using it for across employees across your entire organization. We have one company here today, 70,000 employees, using it as kind of the employee experience bot to go and ask for information. And then move to 2023. I joined Boost at the end of 2022. And it's maybe worth just dipping a little bit. Why did I join Boost? I worked in the conversational AI space for the last 3.5 years, in the customer service, customer success space for the last 15 years. And in my most recent role, we were tasked with expanding across EMEA. And there was some work that we did in looking at all of the different regions. And the region that we decided to pick on before we did true analysis was the Nordics. It represented a big opportunity. There weren't many other organizations going after it. And we spent a fair amount of time doing research to try and understand who else was playing there. We spoke to a number of companies, and the same name kept coming up, and that name was Boost. And there was never a dissatisfaction with the organizations that we spoke to. So after about 4 months, we decided, hands up, actually, we're going to walk away from that opportunity. And then a number of months later, I was approached by an organization to say, we need you to sign an NDA, but there's an organization in the Nordics that's doing quite well in your space. I know exactly who that organization was, and it was Boost. And I've never looked back. So thank you again to the employee team for taking me on in 2022. But the transition from 2022 to 2023 was quite an interesting one and very important one. We'd just been promoted to Challenger in the Gartner Magic Quadrant. And again, thanks to you, the Gartner Magic Quadrant has 2 major C's, ability to execute and completeness of vision. That ability to execute really is down to working collaboratively with all of you in taking our proposition and delivering it and executing on some of the things that you're doing in delivering great customer experiences. The completeness of vision starts to talk about where we're going now. How do we continue to innovate and continue to drive that innovation into the Boost platform? And that's where, if we look back over the last 6 months, we're calling it the 6 months of change. I don't think that there is a more exciting, more transformational time for us to be in the space of conversational AI with the collaboration with generative AI. I think that in our lifetimes, when you look back in many of our lifetimes, maybe not all of our lifetimes, when you look back at the things that have happened in a transformational way. When I was a kid, we didn't have mobile phones, we didn't have internet, we didn't really have laptops. And you think about how transformational that's been on our lives. I think what we're seeing now, I mean, Bill Gates quotes it as the development of AI is as fundamental as the creation of the microprocessor, specifically talking more around generative AI at that point. I think we're at a time in our lives that is truly, really exciting, especially bringing together conversational AI and generative AI. And I think I'm really excited about the journey that we're able to go on together in bringing those two things together. I think the important thing is, though, how do we do that while still keeping true to the word and many of the reasons why many of you chose Boost in the first place? And you chose Boost in the first place for a number of reasons. To broadness of scope, one of Boost's core differentiators is our ability to understand a significantly broad set of intents. Now with generative AI, we're able to extend that even further and further increase the accuracy at which we can understand. The importance when we bring together generative AI along with conversational AI for organizations like yourselves is maintaining control. And I think we've seen a lot of that in the news and in the press recently is how do we ensure that we continue to maintain control of the responses that might be giving to our customers? And within the Boost platform and what you're going to hear later on today, in bringing together the capabilities of generative AI on the platform that is Boost, you're really able to take advantage and drive value with some of those capabilities. And the important thing is ensuring that we're able to do that and continue to drive both value and exceptional experiences for the customers in which we're servicing. So I am really excited about today. I want to say a quick thank you to all the customer speakers. There's some partner sponsors, so please spend time at each of the partner booths with organizations that are further extending the Boost capability. But I want to leave you with three things. One is someone, if it's not you in your organization, someone in your organization has been tasked with looking at generative AI and the value that that can bring to your organization, as well as addressing the risks that that might represent as well. Someone in your organization has been tasked with that for the leadership team, almost certainly. Number two is, I would love Boost to be the organization that can help you bring clarity on what that could provide to your organization. So we're going to run 100 Boost Camp to Use. So the stories and the things that you hear from today will wrap up and work with you and take to your leadership team to really talk about the journey we've been on for the last 6 or 7 months in further understanding the capabilities of this and how do we take advantage of that while still containing that control. And the third thing, please have fun, enjoy yourselves, and make sure that you take 2 or 3 things that you can really go and take back to your organizations. So with that, I'm going to hand over to our local American host, Clay.